Good morning. It's Monday and I'm Nancy Joy. Today's quote was from a friend of mine on Facebook. And what he said was, "One must learn to stand comfortably at the doorway of the unknown." I think that's true. I think we are all learning to stand comfortably at that doorway and even to walk through that doorway or leap through that doorway instead of hang on to the molding, yelling and screaming and having our souls push us on through, or choosing completely to block the shift and staying in old, unfunctional, dysfunctional patterns and repeating them. So when I first heard this, I laughed and I thought, well, we might need a manual on this, how to feel comfortable with the unknown. And yet, as I got still with it and thought about my own life, it's always a series of getting comfortable with the unknown. And I realize that, okay, you have to plan. I do a lot of sacred journeys. There's a lot of planning. You have to make an itinerary. You have to work things out with people and get all your, quote, ducks in a row. And then you take off, or even before you take off, you find out that your ducks don't like to be in a row. They want a lot more freedom than that. And itineraries begin to change. More people come on, people go off, and you start the journey, and it might be you think you're going to start the day with this, but it's all reversed because there's a bus strike, and on you go. And the truth is, in the sacred journeys, they're a microcosm of the macrocosm of our lives. If you cram all our lives' initiations into the 2 weeks of a sacred journey, it goes something like that. So looking at the ways in which I have learned to get comfortable with the unknown. Every day is unknown when you wake up. Every day is unknown. Every minute, every moment is actually unknown. And to find in that excitement is the best and first way I've found. I am excited about my trips. I know there's probably things that'll go wrong. People will be unhappy. Something will happen that will have to, be integrated and resolved. But also so much magic happens, so much shifting happens. And so they've taught me a great deal about how to handle my life. And when you have a doorway that you can see, there's two different doorways. There's the one you see, and then there's the one that you didn't know was open and you stepped through and fell or got pushed through and shoved. One way or another, you're into the unknown. It's what you hadn't expected. It's that old thing, want to make God laugh, make a plan. But how to cope with that, how to deal with that in your life is to begin to make it exciting. Because it really is. It's in the unknown. It's that creation occurs. Creation occurs in the void. The void is blank. So in a sense, we keep creating that blank, but we are always guided by our soul plan. In the between lives, we took stock of our lives to figure out where we've been, what we want to accomplish, what we want to heal, and who we want to do it with. And we set a template. Now, the template's a guide. It's like an architectural drawing of a building. It's going to change as you get your building going. But basically, you know where your house is going to be built, and you know what it's going to accomplish for you. And we do know those things. So we're always, even though we can't pin it down, when we trust that it's there, our lives flow much more easily. I've watched friends go through traumatic events in their lives. I had one friend who had a car accident involving another's death. Traumatic thing to go through. And yet she handled it in consciousness and knowing that this was part of the soul plan. That didn't take away the emotions. That didn't. I mean, you have your feelings, and that's good. Your feelings let you know you're alive. But they help you move through the doorway with a certainty of your soul connection that we are all one. And so I hope you enjoy this little bit of wisdom this Monday morning and find it helpful. Think of it like opening a present. That's exciting, right? Well, every minute, every moment of every day in every doorway, you are opening a present. The big thing is your soul knows what's inside. So enjoy this and come into a new sync with the vibration, and you'll float much more easily through the shift. Next week or sometime during the week, I will post the next video with Jalala on the channeling circle we did in Kansas City on feeling your way through the shift of 2012. I don't have the link right now, so I will send it to you. In the meantime, have a great week. Consider going to Egypt with Malku and I. People are signing up for that trip now. It's got a momentum to it. Peru is coming to Egypt, and it's going to be a great time. So there's more about that on my website. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye.